Okay, so we are going to start by looking at the phases of life very quickly. Those of you who were in the Millionaire School on Saturday, you saw a little about this, okay? You saw a little about this. Now, phases in life. The first phase in life is what we call the survival phase. The survival phase is that phase in life where you are earning 250K and below. You earn 250K and below every month. That is what we call, that's what we call the survival phase. You are earning 250K and below that survival phase. Okay? Survival phase is that phase where you cannot live in certain houses. There are certain houses you cannot live in. Survival phase is that phase where you complain at the slightest request for money. At the slightest request for money, you begin to complain. You begin to say, oh, this, that, and the other. You begin to nag. Okay? You say, why are you asking for money? That's survival phase, because after all, your salary is just 250,000 naira. And since your salary is just 250,000 naira, you don't have much to live on. Okay, so you complain at the slightest request for money. Okay, survival phase is that phase when one issue like this, one issue can just make you a beggar. One issue can just make you a beggar. The next thing, you are out there looking for somebody to help you with money. You're out there looking for somebody to give you money, because you are in the survival phase. Just one issue, one small challenge. Okay, just one small challenge can make you and to be out there, and you'll be out there looking for money. That is what we call survival phase. That's survival phase. Okay, I believe the write-up is better now. Okay, now survival phase is a phase where you are desperate for money. You're desperate for money. You're desperate for money. You need money. In fact, your employer, in your office, they know you as an Oliver Twist. They know you that the money is never enough for you. You will always ask for more money. At that phase, you are desperate for money. That is survival phase. Okay, you're desperate for money. And do you know what? At the survival phase, if your salary is delayed for 1 minute, if your salary is delayed for 1 day, wow, you will complain. You're going to complain, you're going to nag, you're going to tell everybody that your salary was delayed. In fact, as a matter of fact, some people will use it as an opportunity to borrow money from people. Do you know my salary was delayed? They've not paid us, so they've not paid us money. Please, can you help me with 10,000 there? Can you help me with 20,000 there? They've not paid us, so do you know they've not paid us? If they ask, how long have they not paid you? Maybe it's even 2 days. Maybe it's even 3 days. Maybe it's even just 4 days, 1 week. And the next thing is you're complaining, you're using the opportunity to borrow money, or you are borrowing money from people because you are at the survival phase. At the survival phase, there are certain food you cannot eat. At the survival phase, there are certain clothes you cannot wear. At the survival phase, you can't buy shoe. You can't go and they tell you that this shoe is 70,000, 80,000, and you buy the shoe. For what now? When your son's school fees is there waiting for you to pay. Your son's school fees is 80,000. Your daughter's school fees is 60,000. Your bill that you have to pay is 75,000. Food is needed at home, and to restock the food at home is going to cost you, let's say 60,000, 70,000. Then you now go and they say this shoe is 100,000. When the person tells you that you should use 100,000 and buy a shoe, it's like the person is annoying you. Please, if you are with me, if I'm talking to you, I want you to, and you're following me, I want you to indicate that you're following me. That's how I know that you are awake and you're not sleeping. Okay. So at this phase, you see that almost everything is annoying to you. Okay. They say, buy this shoe, buy these clothes. Little things just piss you off because is money matter. Money is involved. In fact, if they start doing contribution in church, before the contribution, you'll be excited, you'll be happy, you'll be shouting, amen, amen, God is good. And you'll be so excited in church. But once they just say, let's do donation, the moment they just bring up that topic, donation, you see everywhere just become quiet. Nobody wants to talk again because almost everybody there is at the survival phase. Almost everybody there is at the survival phase. Everywhere will just be dead silent. Nobody's talking again. Why? Because they are at the survival phase. Do you know what? At the survival phase, there are many things that you cannot attempt to do because these things are going to shake your income. Okay? They are going to shake your income. Now let's move quickly. The next phase after the survival phase is the phase that is called the striving phase. The striving phase is that phase where you earn between 250,000 to 1 million. Okay? Between 250,000 to 1 million naira every month. Now, at this stage, you are a little bit content and you can pay certain bills. When you're earning 250,000 to 1 million every month, you're a little bit content, you're a little bit balanced. You can pay certain bills. When the bills come up, you can easily attend to them. If you go to buy a shoe and they say this shoe is 80,000, you will not become offended with the person selling the shoe. You might price the person. Why not let me pay you 50,000? Because you know your salary at the end of the month is 1 million naira. You can pay certain bills. When you go to buy food stuff, you're not going to be arguing too much. Although some of us here, you still bargain sharp. The woman selling fruits, if she tells you the fruit is 2,500, 3,000, you will not bargain too much. If it is the people at the survival phase, if the woman say the fruit is 2,000, they will be telling her, madam, what of 300, what of 400, because of survival phase. But the people at the striving phase, they are earning better and they are a little bit content than the other people. In fact, they can live in better areas. People at the striving phase, they can live in better areas, but do you know what? They cannot afford the best life. People at the striving phase, they can live in a better house, they can live in a better environment, but they can't afford the best life. The best life is not for them, okay? The best life is not for them because they are at the striving phase. The people at the striving phase, they have little or no impact on other people's lives. The people on the striving phase, the impact they have does not really extend beyond them. It's just they and their circle. They themselves, their family, and their immediate circle. Their influence does not go overboard. Okay? And then these people at the striving phase, they can really make huge contributions. They can really make huge contributions. They can only make little contributions because they are at the striving phase. Okay, the money that they are making is for they themselves and their families. This money that they are making is for themselves, is for their family. This money that they are making is for their stomach. This money that they are making cannot go so far. That is striving phase. Okay? So these people at the striving phase, they are better than the people who are at the survival phase. Let's quickly go to the next phase. But before we go to the next phase, let's look at what Forbes says. Forbes says in 2024 that $30,000 annual income is considered the poor income in America. Let me take that again. In 2024, $30,000 annual income is considered poor. In Nigeria, if you convert it to from dollar to naira, that will be 46,500,000 every year. In America, somebody that is earning $30,000 every year is considered a poor person. Very poor. The poorest of the poor. Did it not shock you? $30,000 in Nigerian naira is 46,500,000. Let me ask you, if they start paying you annual income in your office of 46 million naira, are you poor or are you rich? I'm asking you, in your office, if they start paying you 46 million naira every year, are you poor or are you rich? It's like you're not following me. Are you following me? Are you here? I hope I'm not talking to myself. Please, if you're following me, I want you to be active. I want you to be active. I want you to participate. Okay? If they pay you 46 million naira in your office, that office you're working now, you're working in, I don't know, wherever office you're working, if they pay you 46 million naira every year, you are rich, you are wealthy, you are a big madam, right? You are a thick madam, you're a thick madam, you're a thick man. Your shoulder will be high. They need to make for you shoulder pad. But do you know what? If you convert that money to dollars, it's just $30,000. And this $30,000 is poverty income. It means that you are poor. They're supposed to be giving you food stamps. If you're in America, the government will organize, they'll be giving you food stamps. You'll be living in the slum. You'll be living in Ajegule. You'll be living in the slum of the slum. You'll be living close to water. If it's in Port Harcourt, you'll be living in Waterside, in Bacha. So you don't calculate that. In fact, do you know what? Convert that your income to dollars. If you convert your monthly income, the money they are paying you now to dollars, stop rating yourself in naira. Convert it to dollars and check how well you are faring. Check how well you're faring. Okay. So average salary is $63,795. $63,795. This is for average. If you convert this, and these figures I'm giving you, they are verifiable. You can go on the internet and check. Go to the internet, check. How much will you be earning in America in 2024 to be considered a poor person? Just check. After this meeting, go and verify. You're going to see that for you to be considered poor is $30,000. Average salary is $63,000 annually. $63,000. Then, if this is the case, I want to ask you, What will you now call poverty in Nigeria? If you convert your salary, let's say your salary is $100,000, 100,000 naira every month, okay? 100,000 naira every month, 200,000 every month. Convert it in dollars and know how much you're earning every month. What will you call yourself now? Will you call yourself rich or will you call yourself broke? Convert it, your current income every month or annually, convert it in dollars and rate yourself. Will you rate yourself as rich or will you rate yourself as broke? Okay, so that is a food for thought for you, according to Forbes. Now look at this. The next phase is what we call the success phase. The next phase is the success phase. Now, success phase is that phase where you earn between 1 million naira to 10 million naira every month. Wow. I want to ask you, how many of us here would love to earn between 1 to 10 million naira every month? On the chat handle, let me see you. How many of us would like to earn 1 to 10 million every month? On the chat handle, every month you're earning 1 to 10 million every month. In fact, on the chat handle, tell me how much you would like to earn every month. Between 1 to 10 million, how much would you like to earn every month? On the chat handle. Somebody says 5 million naira. I would like to earn 5 million. Another person says 10 million. Why not 10 million straight? 10 million, please. Somebody is even saying 15 million. They say 1 to 10 million. Okay, good. So the success phase is that phase where you earn between 1 to 10 million naira income every month. Okay, but do you know what? The success phase is a good place, but it is not the best. It's a good place. You're better than people that are in the survival phase. You are better than people that are in the striving phase. It's a good place. You can live in a better apartment, right? If you go to buy a shoe, you go to buy, I'm using shoe because I like shoes. Now you go to buy a shoe, you go to buy that cloth, and they tell you the shoe is 100,000, the shoe is 200,000. You will not be angry with the person selling the shoe. You will not pick up fight or quarrel with that person. Okay, you will not be offended with the person. You know, there are some people, if they go to buy something and the person that is selling tells them the price, they'll just pick offense with that person. Why are they picking offense? Because they know that their income does not match up. Okay, they know that their income does not match up. So 1 to 10 million naira is a good place, but it's not the best. You live in a better apartment, you have better standard of living, you'll be comfortable, and you'll be able to eat what you want to eat. You'll be able to go to places you want to go to, but then you are still not living the best life yet. How many of us, if you start earning 10 million every month, you will say you have arrived? Some of us, that's all you need. 10 million naira every month and you are good to go. True or false? Some of us say once you start earning 10 million naira every month, you say, I'm not greedy. I've achieved what I need to achieve. I'm good to go. Some of us say once you get to 2 million, 2 million every month, if you start making 2 million every month, you say, I'm not greedy. God can bless other people. This 2 million is okay for me. But do you know what? 10 million naira every month is awesome, but it is not the best place to be, okay? It's not the best place to be because you cannot still afford a huge luxury life. Okay, you cannot afford a huge luxury life. You can afford minimal luxury life. You might not be able to travel around the world, see the other side of life. Some of us here, you like to travel. You like to travel around the world. You like to go to the beautiful places in the world. You like to go on vacation. You like to do this. You like to do that. But your income has stopped you. Oh my God. How many of us here, you want to travel around the world? You want to live the best life. You want to go to beautiful locations. But when you remember your bank account humbles you. How many of us here, say the truth? How many of us you want to travel to Hawaii? You want to travel to Malaysia? You want to travel to beautiful locations? You want to take 1 week, 2 weeks vacation, 3 weeks, but each time you remember it, child. When you remember your bank account, when you remember your bank balance, you say, not for me. Okay. So in the success phase, you are rarely put out of place. When you are in the success phase, you are rarely put out of balance. When they are doing contribution in church, you will have something to contribute. When they are doing contribution in church, you have something to contribute. When you're in the success phase, when they are doing donation in your family, do not keep you out of the equation because you will always have something to offer. In fact, at a point in time, they'll be waiting for your contribution because when you contribute, it's going to be a huge chunk of the contribution. However, you are not in the best position. Now, why is it that some people don't reach success phase? Why is it that some people don't reach the success phase? Number one is people try to recruit people. Now, in our business, I'm using our business as a case study here. If you are still awake, type 1 on the chat handle. If you are here, you are awake, you are following me, type 1 on the chat handle. I want to be sure that you're following me. Why do some people not reach the success phase? One, people try to recruit people, but they themselves, they've not recruited themselves. They want to recruit other people. They want other people to join their businesses, but they themselves, they have not been recruited. You want somebody to join this business, but you have not joined the business. It's true that you have signed up. It's true that you are registered. It's true that you are now a team, part of the team, but in your heart of hearts, you have not joined this business. You are still asking whether this business is real or not. You are still asking, this business, is it true or is it false? Am I going to succeed in this business? Will the company crash? Are you sure they are not going to stop paying money tomorrow? When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you are doing, you are checking your DTC. If you now try to log into your DTC and you now see error, the next thing you take up your phone, you are started calling your upline. You are started calling everybody callable. You are asking them, say, I can't log into my account. What is happening? What is happening? I can't log into my DTC. I can't log into my DTC. I hope this thing have not stopped. You know, you are trying to recruit other people into your business, but you yourself, you have not been recruited. You've not caught the vision yet. You are not yet part and parcel of what you're doing. Your physical presence is there, but your heart is not there. So why do you think people will believe in you and join this business when you yourself, you've not joined in your heart? Some of us here, I know for a short, see, I know for sure that you can build this business. You can grow this business. You can do so much. You can build a large team. You can prospect. You can invite. You can really grow. If you decide to do this business, you can do it with all your heart. But the truth still remains that you have not yet caught the vision of the business. In fact, you have not yet bought the vision of the business. You have not started running this business. You are still doing it on a careful basis. If you're here, I want to deliver somebody today. If you're here and you are still being very, very careful with this business, let me see you. Indicate on the chat handle. You're here, you're trying to be careful with the business. You have not yet started, you have not given the business your best. Based on who you are, you know that you have not given this business your best. Let me see you on the chat handle. Say, I am here. If you're here, type it on the chat handle. Say, I am here. I am here. I am here. I am here. You know you can give your best. Based on what you have, based on the stuff you have inside of you, you know that you've not given this business your best. You've not given this business your all. I want to tell you something. I found out about somebody, the former president of America, Donald Trump. Sad experience. The other day, he was doing his rally and he was shot on the ear. And when he was shot, do you know what? This man, they were trying to whisk him away. While they were trying to whisk him away, he came back just to throw a fist and say, I go nowhere. That's a man that is sold out to his dreams, sold out to his vision. Okay? So you want to recruit other people, but you yourself, you have not been recruited. That's why some people never reach success. And let me tell you, what people join in this business, they don't join the business, they join the person. When people join the business, they are not joining the business, they are joining you, the person that is introducing them to the business. People join you, people don't join the business. It's you that they are joining. They are joining your belief. They are joining your confidence. They are joining your assurance that this business is going to work. So if you have not, if you are not, you don't have that mindset yet of success in this business, how do you expect the people joining you to also succeed in the business? But let me tell you, if you're here and you're thinking that this business is going to crash, this business is going to stop, let me help you. This business is not going anywhere. It has been there for over 17 years. The business has been running for about 17 years and counting. And in the past 17 years, this company has been paying people money every day. The company has been paying people millions of naira every blessed day. So I want you to remove all those fear, all those, you know the fear you are having is because of ignorance. The fear you are having whether this business is going to succeed or not is as a result of ignorance. Why did I say so? Nigeria is one of their smallest branches where they are doing this business. Nigeria is not the biggest, the biggest branch of this business is not in Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the smallest branches where this business is going on. And they pay people in hundreds of thousands of dollars every year. They pay people millions every year, every month. Why should they not pay you that 500,000 naira? Why should they not pay you that 300,000? Why are you afraid whether they'll pay you that 2 million, 3 million, 5 million? Some people earn as much as 40 million, 50 million naira every month, 60 million from this business. Why would they not pay you 500,000? Is it not you deceiving yourself? It's you holding yourself back So what you must do is to go all out and build your business. Do you know another reason some people don't succeed? They have low self-esteem. Some people have low self-esteem. Their self-esteem is very low. Some people think that they are not good enough for success. They think that they are not good enough for success. Okay? Some people put in less work and expect a very big result. Some people put in less work, they put in less effort, and they want to make all the money in the world. Do you know that your input determines your output? What you give is what you get. Some people have one account and they want to be making money that somebody that has 31 accounts is making. Some people have 3 accounts and they want to make money that somebody that has 31 accounts is making. Meanwhile, they have the capacity to upgrade their account to the maximum account and benefit from this business maximally. But some of them say, let me try first. Let me try. Let me see whether I'll succeed. Low self-esteem. Some people think that nobody will join their business. They are concerned. They are saying, what if nobody joins my business? The reason you are saying, what if nobody will join my business, is because you have not made up your mind to follow what we are teaching you. You have not made up your mind to follow mentorship. We always tell you, for you to succeed in this business, use the system. There is a system that has been working before you joined us. Please, if you can remind us the system or the chat handle, can you tell us the system? The system is comprised of tools. The system, contact recommendation, home launch, church launch, office launch, club launch. So people don't want to use the system, but they want to be making a lot of money from the system, from the business, and that will make you not to go far. Do you know what? Why do some people not reach success? Because they don't want to be trained. They don't want to be trained. They don't want to learn. I am doing this training now. They could join this training. For God's sake, let me ask you a question. What stops anybody from joining this training this evening? What stops anybody? What is that thing that can stop somebody from being part of this training this evening? Is there anything? You're doing, the training is on Zoom. You can be joining this training from your house or from your office or where have you, and no stress. But do you know, some people will still not join the training and they will not get the information. And the more you don't know, the more your bank account suffers. The more you know, the more you earn. The more you learn, the more you earn. So another reason why some people don't reach the success phase is because of lack of what? Training. Now, my question to you is, are you willing to be trained? If you are willing to be trained, let me know on the chat handle. Are you absorbing this training, by the way? Are you absorbing this training? Are you willing to be trained? Let me know on the chat handle. If you're willing to be trained, I want to see your comments. Are you willing to be trained? You know one thing you must do when you start this business. I know that you are a professor of the law. I know that you are a consultant. I know that you are a boss. I know that you are this, you are that, you are the other in your current profession. I know that you've achieved a lot. Do you know what? You have done well for yourself. But do you know when you come to this business, you have to bring yourself low and you need to forget everything you think you know. You have to forget whatever you know. You have to come here and be like a sponge. You have to be open-minded. You have to be willing to be guided. You have to be willing to be trained. You have to open your heart to coaching. You have to say, please show me how. And how do you know that you are willing to be trained? By making yourself available for training. You have to submit yourself for training. You have to be open-minded. Some people, their biggest problem is that their mind is blocked. Their mind. I discovered something, that those people whose mind is blocked, who are not open-minded and willing to be trained, they don't go far. They don't experience the best result. And even if they move from survival stage and they enter striving phase, if they move from survival and enter striving phase, and if they manage to enter success phase, they remain at success phase. They never move to the next phase. Let me give you quickly 10 rules for success. There are 10 rules that can give you success. 10 rules for success. Rule number 1, be a right now person. Rule number 1, be a right now person. Okay? If you want to succeed, these rules I'm giving to you are not my rules. I am not the one that wrote these rules down. These rules I'm giving to you verbatim from somebody that has munched the money in this business. This person has been making money from this business for so many years. And this person has been making millions upon millions of naira, millions of dollars. This person has gone far. I mean, the person you're talking about here has achieved what you want to achieve. So who else should you listen to if not that person? Let me give you the 10 rules for success according to him. He said, number 1, be a right now person. Don't procrastinate. That thing you want to do tomorrow, do it today. That account upgrade that you wanted to do tomorrow, do it now. As this meeting is finishing, upgrade your accounts. Be a right now person. Be that person. As this meeting is going on, have a change of mind, have a change of mindset. Decide to succeed in this business. Make up your mind that my success is not going to be tomorrow. My success is now. My success is today. Be a right now person. Stop procrastinating. That home lunch that you're supposed to organize, why leave the home lunch for next week when you can actually organize the home lunch this weekend? That contact list that you're supposed to generate, why are you saying you're going to generate the contact list next week when you can actually generate the contact list today before the end of tomorrow? Before the end of tomorrow, your contact list is ready. You've sent the messages. That's your friend that you're saying you are going to follow up. Why are you saying that you are going to follow up the person next week, to the day after tomorrow? Why are you saying you're going to follow the person tomorrow when you can actually drop a text message for that person after this meeting? Why procrastinate? Why not do it now? Be a right now person. Please, if you are still on this chat handle and you are listening to me, I want you to type on the chat handle, do it now. Do it now. Do it now. Be a right now person. Do it now. You have to cultivate that attitude of doing it now. Why wait till tomorrow? Do it now. Do it today. Why do it tomorrow? Remove procrastination. Many people don't succeed because of procrastination. Why not do it now? Do it now. Why leave it tomorrow? Number 2 points there. It says have goals. How can you score a goal when there was no goal post? How can you score a goal? Have you ever seen a footballer that goes on to score a goal and there was no goal post? What does this mean? It means that for you to be able to achieve certain goals in life, you must have set the goal already. What is your goal doing this business? What is your goal? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to gain from this business? What is your goal in this month? How much do you want to earn from this business this month? What are the goals that you have set for yourself in this business? If you did not set any goal, how can you score a goal? And this is a food for thought for you. Why not set a good goal today for yourself that you're going to achieve? Point number 3, create your environment. I always say this, don't stay where negative people are. Don't stay where negative people are. People that will not encourage you in this business. Do not stay where they are. People that will tell you that this business is not going to work. Don't stay where they are. Don't try to convince them. Don't try to convince them. Avoid them. Let your results show your results. Let your results speak for you. Create the right environment. Always associate yourself with people who are going to positively motivate you to get to your set goals. Point number 4 says evolve. Keep getting better. Don't remain at the same position. You started a business as a partner. By now, you should have become an active partner. If you're an active partner, don't stop at being an active partner. Become a Kingsman. And if you become a Kingsman, don't stop at being a Kingsman. Reach out to become an ECL. And if you're an ECL, don't stop at becoming an ECL. Become an unstoppable cell leader. If you started a business as somebody earning 50,000, 100,000 every month, don't stop at 100,000. Go for 200,000. Go for 500,000. Go for power 500. Go for monthly millionaire. Be celebrated. Evolve. Grow from one level to what? To another. What do I mean? If you come to my office, when you come to my office, if you look on my table, if you look at the office, what are you going to see? You're going to see me growing from one phase to another. You're going to see, when you take those awards, you're going to see evolution. From day one, when I got started in the business, you're going to see evolution, growth. Someone please type growth for me on the chat handle. Growth. Type it for me on the chat handle. Growth. You're going to see growth. When you look at my office, when you come to the office, when you look at the awards there, you're going to see me growing from stage 1 to stage 2 to stage 3, from one level to another, from one level. And that is God's plan for our life. Is that not the plan of God for you and for me? That we should grow from level to level. We should grow from height to height. We should grow from increase to increase. You ought to grow. Don't remain. Some people they started a business. They are still in New Connectors Academy for over 2 months. They are still in something that should have taken you 1 month. Is taking you 2 months. Is taking you 3 months. No, that's not the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to grow. You're supposed to evolve. You're supposed to get better and better. You should have this slogan, it can only get better. You should have that slogan. It can only get better. I can only get better and better and better. Okay, let me move. The next thing is use your imagination. You cannot achieve anything you have not imagined. The secret of success is imagination. Do you know that imagination is a powerful tool? You can imagine yourself becoming a multi-millionaire in this business. You can imagine yourself being celebrated. I was watching a documentary today. One of these athletes that plays tennis, I've forgotten that his name. Is it Roger Federer? I think it's Roger Federer. Or I don't really have the name, either Roger Federer or the other person. Now, this athlete was saying, I used to imagine myself becoming the best in the world. I used to imagine myself coming out on top. And he said, look at me today. I've now become the best in the world. Use your imagination. What are you imagining in your heart? The Bible says, as a man thinks in his heart, so is he. Are you thinking of success in your mind? Or are you thinking of failure? Are you thinking of the next level? Or are you thinking of retrogression? Are you thinking of possibilities? Some people, the only thing they imagine is, what if I don't make money? What if I don't succeed? What if I don't go forward? What if I don't make progress? Do you know that it's the same energy you used to imagine, what if I don't succeed? That's the same energy you used to imagine, what if I succeed? What if I grow? What if I become better? What if I make more money? What if I make 10 million? What if I start making 50 million? What if one day I make 100 million? And the more you begin to think of these positive things, your mind begins to expand. You begin to see life welling inside of you. I want you for a second. I'm going to give you an exercise now. This exercise, you're going to do it in just 5 seconds. Are you ready for my exercise? I'm going to give you an exercise you're going to do within 5 seconds. Do you know what? I want you to imagine yourself achieving your dreams. Imagine yourself becoming that person you want to become. Just imagine yourself for a second. Imagine yourself on the chat handle. Do you know Joseph, the dreamer? He used to imagine himself getting to the peak of his career, getting to the peak of his dreams. Joseph was imagining himself getting to the peak. I want you to do that. Are you doing that? Imagine yourself getting to your results. What if you imagine yourself buying that car you have always dreamt about? What if you imagine yourself getting that house you have always dreamt about? Wow. Do you see how you feel already? If you are practicing it, you see that you already feel good. The power of imagination. And guess what? The more you imagine these things coming to pass, the more possibilities of them coming to reality. The next point there says take charge. Don't leave your finance to chance. Don't leave your business to chance. Don't say, I wish I will succeed. That is a comment for poor people. Do you know what poor people say? I wish I will succeed. Poor people say, I wish I will make money. Poor people say, I wish I will own a house. Do you know what? Rich people say, I will make sure that I succeed. They take their destiny in their hands. They know yes, you are right. Miss Angela, Novak Djokovic, you are right. Novak Djokovic, he's the one. Okay. Now, you take charge. Jim Rohn will always say, take charge. Don't leave your finance to chance. Don't leave your business to chance. You are the CEO of your DTC. What happens in that DTC is up to you. If it is got to be, it is up to me. If it is got to be, it is up to me. If it is got to be, it is up to me. If it's going to happen, it's up to me. The God factor is constant. Let me tell you, God's plan for your life is that you should succeed. God's plan for you is that you should achieve your dreams. He said, I wish above all things that you should prosper. You should be in health, and your soul should also prosper. Is it true or false? Does somebody agree with me? Do I have a witness in the house? God said, he said, I know the plans I have for you. The plans of good, not of evil, to give you an expected end. God's plan for you is that you should become successful, is that you should be healthy, is that you should be strong, is that you should have vitality, is that you should achieve your dreams, is that you should get to the peak of your career. God's plan for you is that you should be successful. Don't get it twisted. God's plan for you is that you should become the best. But then you have to take charge. You cannot leave it to chance. You have to say, enough is enough. I can't take it anymore. Do you know when things start changing in your life? When you say, enough is enough. I'm going to move forward. In spite the challenges, in spite the obstacles, in spite the hurdles, I'm taking charge. I'm pressing forward. Do you know what? A Bible passage just came to my mind. Apostle Paul in the Bible, he said, I press towards the mark. I press. How do you press? How do you press toward the mark? Do you sit down and press? Do you fold your arms and press? No, you don't fold your arms. He said, I press toward the mark for the prize. For the prize We all run in the race, but one person gets the prize. So know your why. That will fail me to talk about taking charge. But if you know, you know. If you got it, say I got it on the chat handle. If you are going to take charge from today, you will not allow chance. You will not leave your finance to chance. You will not leave your business to chance. You're going to take charge. Say, I'm taking charge. Know your why. Okay. The next thing you must do, you must know why you started this business. Know your why. Okay. Know your why. Why are you here? If you know why you're here, you don't have any reason to stop until your goals are met. Do you know what? You have no reason to stop this business until you achieve the reason why you started. Have you achieved the reason why you started the business? Have you achieved that day you came for the presentation, that day the presentation was done, that day you saw the opportunity the first time? You know what you saw that day. You have no right to stop until you achieve why you started. Don't allow anything to take you out of place. Don't allow anything to discourage you. Don't allow anything to stop you. I want you to know that until the goal is scored, no retreat and no surrender. No retreat, no surrender until you achieve the reason why you started the business. Okay? Focus on high value activities. Focus on income producing activities. Focus on the things that produce money for you. Organize the launch, okay? Generate fresh contacts. If the first one did not give you what you're looking for, don't allow it to stop you. Brush it aside and do another one again. Focus on high value activities. Master your emotions. Please be careful with your emotions. Don't listen to that voice that tells you quit. Quitting is never an option. Many a time, people quit when they are so close to success. Do not quit. Master your emotion. Do not quit because you experience setback. Do not quit because you experience temporal setback. It's temporal. You're going to overcome it. Master your emotions. Don't allow anything to make you to quit prematurely, because all those things are coming to stop you because you have the capacity, the potential to succeed. Okay, the next thing is find the reason to stay. That time you feel low, find the reason to stay. That time you feel low, don't go and talk to some people. When they are low, the person they want to go and talk to is somebody that is going to somebody that is going to discourage them the more. When they are low, the person, instead of you to go and talk to somebody that is going to tell you, are you okay? Is your head correct? Go back and continue doing what you were doing. They will go and talk to a naysayer. They will go and meet that naysayer and say, I'm not feeling too well. I'm not feeling too good. Or, I don't think I should continue. I'm not getting results. The person now say, you know what? I'm even thinking of quitting too. You see, they go and speak to somebody that will not encourage, that will not tell, they will go and speak to the person that will not tell them that they are one step closer to the finish line. Who is that person that sees the goalposts and quits? So find a reason to stay. Listen to me. Don't allow anything take you out of the game. Find a reason to stay. Keep pushing. Keep putting in the effort. Keep striving, and you will succeed. Okay? Now, let me tell you something. Do you know that you deserve more than the success stage? You deserve more than the success stage. You deserve more than the success stage. Now, the next stage is what we call significance. If you pass the success stage, the next phase you're going to enter is this phase of significance. If you are still here, I want you to type for me significance on the chat handle. If you are still here, if you are awake, if you are enjoying this training, I want to see significance on the chat handle. If you're getting value today, type it for me on the chat handle. Significance. The next phase is the phase of significance. When you move from the striving phase and you enter the survival phase, and then you enter the success phase, the next phase is the phase of significance. You become a significant person. If you are still here up to this time, I want to strongly believe that you are on the path to achieving significance. You are on the path to becoming a significant person where you are affecting many people's lives. Do you know what? At the stage of significance, you make 10 million naira and above every month. You make 10 million and above, 20 million, 30 million, 40 million every month. Okay? Your presence changes things. At the stage of significance, your presence creates an effect. The mere fact that you are present is a game changer. Wow. This is a stage where you are living a life of significance. Your presence makes the difference. When you come around, when people see you, they are encouraged. They are encouraged. You've not even spoken a word. You've not even said anything. The mere fact that you entered, the mere fact that you came changes the atmosphere, changes the environment, changes the results, changes everything. Significance. Your presence has an effect. Oh my God, I'm already bubbling in my heart. I'm already bubbling in my spirit. This is where I want to be. Significance. I want to be at that stage of significance where my presence makes a great difference. Some people, there's no difference whether they are there or not because their presence doesn't matter. When they are present, it is as though they are absent. God forbid. I want to live a life of significance. I want to live a life where just my slight absence creates a big vacuum and my presence creates a big impact, even if my words are few. Oh my God. At this point in time, the stage of significance, you can afford to live a life of luxury. You can afford to live a life of luxury where you can afford the best things in life. You can afford the best that life has to offer. Somebody said, you have one life to live. Live it well. We all have one life to live. Why not live it well? You can afford to travel first class. You can afford to travel around the world. You can afford to eat the best meals. You can affect people's lives. Do you know what? At the stage of significance, you decide your routines. You are the one that decides. You are not at the striving phase where you cannot decide what happens next. You are the one that decides your routines, okay? You are the one that decides your routines at the stage of significance. At the stage of significance, you decide your routines. Before I go on to talk about something, the next point, before I go on to talk about the next point, I want to provoke your spirit this night. I want to provoke you to make certain decisions today because life does not change until you change. Things cannot change until you change. You know what? Things will not happen until you happen. You are the one that's going to happen, then things happen. You have to make a decision. If you're here, I want to announce to you, in case you don't know, that you can be significant. You can make a difference. You can make an impact. And this is not motivational talk here. This is real talk here. This is serious matter here. This is serious business here. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. Please, can you help me type it down the chat handle? I can make a difference. I can make a difference. You're not following me. Type it there on the chat handle if you're following me. I can make a difference. I can be significant. I can be significant. Some people are looking for the tool that will help them to become significant. I want to tell you that this business you've started can help you to become significant. Network marketing can make a difference in your life. It can help you to be significant. You're going to affect your life, affect the life of your family, affect the life of everybody around you. You can make a difference. You can. In your family, you can make a difference. Get angry with where you are now. Nothing changes until you change. You can make a decision and say, in the next 3 months, in the next 6 months, I will be significant. I will make a difference. Even if I don't get to the peak, I'm going to make a difference. Now look at the points to note about significance. There are some points that I want you to note about significance. Many times, the mind cannot accept this. The moment you say, I can make 10 million naira every month, sometimes something in your mind just bounces it back and say, how? That's you like this now. You start making 10 million, 50 million, 20 million every month. Something in your mind is saying, it's not possible. Is it possible? When would that be? Is it in this my salary of 250K, 300K, 500K that I'll be making 10 million plus? But where will that come from? But let me tell you, everybody can do it. Everybody. See, the same energy you used to say, I can make 1 million, is the same energy you used to say, I will make 10 million and above. The energy is not different. It's the same. It's the mind. The mind is saying, you cannot do it. The mind is saying, I don't think you can do it. I don't think it's possible. Let me ask you, if you have ever seen any person that is making 10 million and above every month, if you have ever set your eyes on them, if they can do it, you too, you can also do it. If you don't know anybody, let me tell you one. Dr. Victor Albasin is making over 10 million every month. That one is basic income. Ambassador Michael, Dr. Victor Albasin, you see him every day on Zoom, every Monday on Zoom. Ambassador Michael Okoli is making more. If you can see these people, you can get it. The same energy with which you dream of making ₦1 million every month is the same energy you used to dream to make 10 million. If your mind can conceive it, it can happen to you. Everybody can achieve it. But the irony is this: not everybody is willing to pay the price. The Bible says, the poor you will always have. The poor, you will always have the poor among you. But let me ask you, must it be you? The people at the survival stage, you will always have them among you. But my question is, must it be you? Did they write your name there? Did they write your name that you are the one that must be at survival stage? Did they write your name that you must be the one making 300,000 every month? Poverty income. Did they write your name? They didn't write your name. I want you to know that if you have seen any person that is operating on the significant stage, you too can achieve it. They cannot be better than you. God did not create you with an inferior material. Let me ask you here, is there any one of us here, you think that God made you with substandard parts? When God was creating you, he used lesser parts and created you. He used original parts to create some people and used substandard parts, lesser parts to create some other people. Question: How many of us say, in fact, let me ask you a question. Did God create you with original parts? Or did he use inferior parts to create you? How many of us believe that God created them with original parts? God did not use inferior material to create you. Let me see you. You believe that you were created with original materials. Did God create you with original or with fake parts? I'm asking you, do you feel that you are fake or do you feel that you are original? On the chat handle, let me know. Did God create you with original or did he create you with inferior parts? I like this. It says, God said that you are carefully, wonderfully made. Do you know that before God created you, he had to take a break and mold you? Before God created you, your brain, God took time to mold your brain. He took time to mold you. He took time to frame you. He took time to craft you specially. Do you know, because of the kind of work that God did on you, he had to rest on the seventh day. He had to take a rest. After he finished crafting you and creating you, he breathed into you the breath of life. The fact that you are alive now means that you carry in you the DNA of God. The breath of God is within you. The breath of God is within you. If the breath of God is not in you, you are a dead man. You're a dead woman. You're gone. The white people have been trying to create life. They've crafted the human body. They've done everything that they can do, but they don't have the breath of life. There's only one person that has the breath of life, and that's the Almighty God himself. By the time he finished creating you, he breathed into you and you became a living thing. After